Hi everyone, welcome back to the CIV Podcast. Literally, welcome back. It's been a while and we've been on a little bit of a break, but we're so glad to be back to just talk to our congregation again about our faith journeys, just so we can get to know the church a little bit more. That being said, if you know anybody who you think would be a great fit on the podcast, we would love to hear from you. We love hearing the stories of the people of our church, because that just brings us so much more connected to each other. And honestly, at a big church like Church in the Valley, this is just a wonderful way for us to just sit down and get to know one another.
Yeah.
So we have the awesome opportunity to talk to Natalia here today. So thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
On the podcast. Why don't you go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself? Who are you? Where are you from? What brought you here to Church in the Valley?
Okay. I'm Natalia. As you guys know, I'm from Brazil originally. We moved to Canada to improve our English when we first came. And then I got pregnant and we had Julia, and I couldn't go back to Brazil anymore. And so here we are. Professionally, I'm a public relations. We had a very good job positions back in Brazil, and then we're just here for our family because we have to rebuild everything all over again. And a very good friend of mine, he said that a generation has to sacrifice. So it would be my generation to sacrifice for my kids to have a better life. Because I came from a big city in Brazil. The name is São Paulo. And it's massive, it's rush, it's really hard to raise a child over there, like with quality of life and the things that we have in here. So this is why we're still in here. And I think that was, sometimes I just think about everything that we have been through. And my husband just popped up with that one day. And I just told him that he's more than right. He just said, do you think that maybe God brought us here because of like the thing that we have been living? Because here is in Canada, we can say that they have like the most they can care with them, like with countries which have money. We have access to technology that I would never have back in Brazil with the problem that I had. So, so maybe this is why you're still here. It's like God's plan, I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think sometimes we don't see, sometimes I'll take a step back and you're like, maybe there's a reason why I'm here, why these paths have brought me through this. And just hearing you share a little bit about how you moved here for your children. I mean, I'm a child of immigrant parents, so I have so much respect and also like
I hope my kids
soft spot, for something like that, because it's a sacrifice that parents make just for us to have a better life, And I mean, I totally get it. You don't want your upbringing you want it to change that, so you make that sacrifice. And
I hope my kids think like you one day, because it wasn't easy.
No, Julia and
Mateo.
Mateo, they're sweet kids. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So why don't we've been talking a lot about faith journeys.
Yes.
And I guess a big part of your faith journey already has been moving here and finding CIV and all of those things. I guess we can start, if you want to start all the way back at the beginning.
Yeah. So my mom, my grandmother, she was baptized in the Adventist church when she was expecting my mother.
Wow.
So I grew up in a Christian family. My mom got married with my dad, and but he was a widow. He had 3 kids before we came. But we were like a big Italian family. So me and my brothers and my sister also, we are really attached.
Yeah.
So I'm living here. My sister and one of my brothers. One of them live in U.S. and the other one lives in Brazil. So we're really connected. We talk with each other like every single week. And I grew up in a Christian family. My father, he's Catholic. But I grew up with my mom being a pet finder, like going to camporees, and my mom used to help at the kitchen. So I grew up in this environment. So when I first moved to Canada, we used to go to, I forgot the name of the church, back in downtown Vancouver on the 41st. Oak Ridge Church, yeah. We used to go there, but when Julia came, when I got pregnant and Julia came, like we were looking for a church that we could, like bringing her some memories, because my husband is also Adventist. So we got married in Adventist church and all of that. So, and when Julia was born and when she was growing, we were just missing this Sabbath school stuff and things that I grew up having it. And we're living in Vancouver, so it was a little bit far. So we're coming here once a month.
Oh, okay.
And then we moved to New Westminster, and then we're coming twice a month. And and when COVID hit us, we were moving nearby, like in White Rock, so it's closer than New Westminster. So it was really amazing to have the opportunity to come to this church every single week. And so it's been, I think, 5 or 6 years since we come here.
Oh, wow.
Like regularly.
Yes.
Which reminds me that I never brought my paper from Brazil for my church in Brazil. I have to ask to somebody to do it, because I'm definitely a part of this church now. And so this is what brought me to Church in the Valley in the beginning. And Julie is 7 now, and she has friends here. She loves to come to church. Like during summertime, we were having some weekends that we're not coming, and then she was like, "Mom, it's been a long time since you don't go to church. I miss my friends," because they are part of the Adventures Club. So it's like we love to spend, like I said, I grew up spending the whole Sabbath at the church. Yeah. So, and they are growing, like having this kind of opportunity now, and it makes me feel like really happy. And I pray for them that they could just grow up, not just as a person, but walking with Jesus. And I think that this environment is really good for them to making friends and having connections with people who have the same faith of that we have, right? And that's it. When I start to talk about my kids, I get emotional. I'm so sorry, because I really it's the biggest love that I ever felt in my life.
Mother. No, 100%. I get
nothing can compare.
And that's I can see that. I'm also very emotional too, and I have a soft spot for something like that too. So we're just gonna both be crying. Ryan's gonna be like,
be prepared. We have a lot more to bring.
No, but that's. I think that translate also into like how God's love is for us. You know what I mean? It's like I think of it as the love of a mother. You know.
It is.
Yeah.
When Pastor Abraham he did he preached about on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Was like, it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
So, can I go through the story?
You tell us everything.
Please do.
So, back in 2015, I used to have a lot of headaches, and I wasn't here yet. I got married in 2012, and back in 2014, I think, I was having a lot of headaches, and people, like the doctors in Brazil was saying that it was just anxiety and something emotional and blah blah blah. So I was doing some it's not a headache, like migraine treatment for I don't know, a few years, and but the medicine was really expensive. So my doctor just said, okay, let's do another MRI to check, and then we can just request to the government to pay for this medicine. And I went to do like another MRI. And when I came back with the results, she said, okay, something's wrong here. We need to find a neurosurgeon or a neurologist. And I was like, they turned me around, and they discovered like a small tumor in my brain. that was there since the first MRI that I did.
Oh, really?
As soon as I got married, and but it was growing. And I did my first surgery when I was 27 years old. And it was benign, so I just did the surgery and then got back to my life, and that's it. And then I used to do exams like every year when I were going to Brazil, or and then COVID hit us, and I was expecting Mateo, so I couldn't do any MRI. And when he was about to turn 1, I just decided I think I have to schedule this exam because the headaches were getting strong again, and I didn't know if it was because of the lack of sleep or because I was having a baby at home and a toddler also, so super busy. And I said, okay, it's better to check. And I went to do another MRI in November, maybe. Yeah. September, I don't remember, 2022. And nobody called me. I went to visit my family in Florida. So it was really nice. When I come back, I just decided to call to my doctor just to double check. Like, what about the results?
Yeah.
And she said that she would need to send me to neurosurgeon because it showed like the tissue, whatever, I don't know how the word that he used here. It was, the tumor was bigger than it's supposed to. It was looking like how they say is a I forgot the word.
You can say it in Portuguese if you need to.
I don't know. Sometimes the words just disappear, even in my own language. Okay. Like it was coming back.
Yeah.
Like at the same place.
Yeah.
And I got destroyed. Like I was like so sad. And because I didn't call her to talk about, I just went to get a copy of my exam. And I remember that I was inside the car and I opened the results and I was reading the results and I saw that it was bigger than it's supposed to, because I can understand some stuff. And I got really upset. It wasn't that time that I just prayed to God and I said, I don't know why you're bringing this back. And I don't know what kind of plan do you have, but please just use me to spread your love wherever I go. Because I don't know why you're putting this on my path, but I hope you have a plan, because I know that you always have a plan. And I wasn't not even thinking that it could be cancer. I was just afraid to do another brain surgery. And when they finally scheduled the surgery, I was okay. Surgery is gone. It was awful. The recovery, having kids, and like living abroad, and with family so far. Even having my sister here, she has 3 kids. Like, she's so busy. So it's not that easy, right? Everybody has your own life. And it was basically me, my husband, managing everything with the kids. And I was like recovering for a massive surgery. I got in the hospital for 7 days. It was a long process. And when I went to take my stitches off, my family doctor just said to me, and I said, did you heard back from the surgeon? Like, do you have a biopsy results back? And how is it? And she was just opening her computer and, okay, yeah, it's cancer. And I said, what? Like, I was taking my mask off because it was like, and my husband was like, can you go back, please? I'm not catching up. Like, what you're saying. And I started to cry instantly. Like, what the heck? Like, how can you say that like this? I think she didn't expect that because my neurosurgeon, he never mentioned cancer. Never. The word never came in all the appointments that I had with him. And I got super scared. And then she saw that it was a difficult moment for me, and that she didn't choose like the best approach. And she got really upset, and she was trying to cuddle me like, come here, just read. You have 2 kids. Just like, because I was freaking out. I never thought that I could hear that I think nobody who has like this kind of diagnosis can say, okay, I was prepared. No, I was not at all. And then she helped me a lot because she sent everything to cancer center, and then things start to work. And then one of my first appointment with the oncologist was pretty hard because I just thought, okay, chemo, okay, I know how it's gonna be, but it was a long treatment. I did 30 sections of radiation, which was awful, and 12 months of chemotherapy. So it was a long journey, and which is over like a few months ago. April was my last chemo.
Wow.
So during all the process, I was always smiling. They know me at the hospital, like it's so many people at Surrey Memorial Hospital, when the cancer center that I do my treatment there. It's so many people. They remember me. And you know what the lady said, the nurse said, the last appointment that I had like 2 months ago? She said, oh, you're a smiley girl. Like, everybody knows you. They call you smiley girl. Because I was like, even when I was in pain, I was praying to God to please use me. Because the environment is really rough. People are suffering in those places. And that just to smile to people was just something that leave a mark. I know that this is maybe cliche, but sometimes the only Bible that a person will be able to read in life, it's us, the way that we live our lives.
Yeah.
And at my church back in Brazil, I remember to listen to a pastor telling that, like, the good Christian, we should ask for problems, for Jesus to prove himself into our lives, Because it's not just about being happy. It's about to leave everything that Jesus said. He came to this world. I know the verses in Portuguese.
No, actually, can I hear it in Portuguese? I want to get that.
So one of the verses that really moves me during all this journey is like, it's on John. I don't remember exactly where, but it's just always in my mind. Like something like, I won the world, I came and I won the world, so you can do it, In Portuguese, just coming out of my brain. Let me find the verse here.
Okay, all good. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. And I know this must be hard to also relive some of that, and I appreciate your heart, and I can see how
And I find it.
strong.
John 16:33. I'm gonna say in Portuguese, and then
Okay.
you guys can type in English, okay, later. Neste mundo vocês terão aflições. Contudo, tenham ânimo. Eu venci o mundo. So this verse on John 16:33 just brought me a lot of peace. That saying that Jesus, he won this world. So he was here. And he had no house, no clothes, no anything. And he won this world. So why I'm getting upset and why I'm gonna let things go, like my family go apart and things like that, how my kids are gonna remember me during this journey. And I have to choose to live my life fully today. And it's something that is not easy to do, not at all. But I just try to keep, I just try to think every single day that I have everything that you guys have, all of you, that is today, here and now. This is what all of us.
We all have, yeah.
This is all. We don't have tomorrow. Not I that have to. I don't have tomorrow. Not because I have this thing. Because it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't disappear. Even during the surgery, he was able only to remove 30 to 40% of the tumor tissue, and and it can grow back, of course. But I pray that this is not going to happen. I repeat to myself, and I pray every single day. My kids pray for me that I'm healed and I'm well, and that's it. And because you only have today here, I know. So this is how I live my life every single day. And because like some people are just pretty healthy and making plans, and boom, heart attack. I don't know, like, or accidents. So, and when they say that happiness is a choice, it is definitely a choice. It's a kind of, everybody has problems. This was my problem, but it doesn't mean that this is gonna destroy me. Actually, Jesus just made me stronger.
Wow.
Because it's easy to talk about how God can change your life, but when you leave that, it's mind-blowing. I wasn't expecting for this in my life ever. And I hope my kids can remember me like this, Wow. And I want to be an example for them, not just a regular mom. I don't know, because it doesn't have a regular mom. Please don't get me wrong. But I mean, like, I want them to remember me and use me as an example of faith. And it's really beautiful seeing how, like, they observe us. My daughter, she's 7 years old, and this last Sabbath, she was like asking me for a Bible at home. And I got her a Bible, and my Bible is like all me. I do marks when I was reading. I do like I put my notes on, and then she was with her backpack, and she bought a Bible inside. She put a Bible inside and a pen. And when the pastor was like saying that he was reading about Nehemiah's, and then she, okay, help me, please, to find. And she was with the Bible open. I can share the picture later. She was with the Bible on her lap and just reading, because she started to read from school, and she's learning how to read, and that is so cute. She does the same as I do, and she was writing down like the same as I do. So example is something that is stronger than words. So I think it's kind of that. I don't know what to say anymore.
No, that's so true. I mean, I think and like we've talked about this, how to have a heart of gratitude, because we never know. You never know what tomorrow.
No, and the perspective changes everything. And I always think when we're in trouble, I just think like, when I don't have troubles anymore, when I don't have problems anymore, it's because I'm dead. I don't want to be dead. I want to have problems here. Please, God, just send me problems, because it means that I'm alive. So
wow, that's incredible.
Wow.
That's an incredible perspective.
That's really good.
So this is about perspective, because everybody has problems. Life is not easy, but He won the world. So why cannot? He was in my skin. How can I not? How can I think that it's gonna destroy me? It's just problems, which brings me closer to Him. So, and it's been a real, because I grew up in the church. I had chances to do some stuff, and a few not that good, but I always stay with my path, with Jesus by my side. And but having this experience here, because it's bigger than I can explain. So the surgery didn't happen like right away. The doctor, I was the first person to have access to a kind of medication, because that it looks like a kind of how can I say, it's like a contrast.
Okay.
Because the kind of tumor that I have, if you open in, like, just seeing, you're not gonna see naked eye. You're not gonna see which is brain, which is not, which is tumor. So, because it's not like this.
Right.
It's like an octopus.
Okay.
And goes inside the brain. And so with this medication, was the second hospital in Canada to have that. So I was waiting 6 months until I did my surgery. I was having seizures. I fell from the stairs with my son on my lap because I had a seizure. But it's not that kind of seizure. It's like just paralyzed.
Yeah.
It's just the one side of the body that gets paralyzed. And all of that waiting for the medication, that medication that is ultra modern and expensive and all of that. And when I went to the hospital to finally do my surgery, I was like a star, you know, everybody was there, the lab lady was there, like everybody was like, and when they gave me the medicine, because it was like, it's an oral medication, and they put lights in the, how can I say, when they do surgeries.
The OR?
OR, yeah, the OR, operation room, yeah. They have special lights, and they have to train all the nurses, because they have like scale, like a Pantone scale from colors of the tissue. The normal tissue and the tissue that is malign, but it's not benign.
No.
Malignant?
Yeah, say it again.
Malignant?
Yeah, malignant.
He's a science teacher.
Yeah. So it's a scale. So it has a special light and all of that. So they did all of that. And I was the first person to do this surgery, this kind of, using this kind of technology at the Lionsgate Hospital.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. So I was like thinking, okay, the bless is there.
Yeah.
So I opened the doors for people who might need the same surgery. Because with this way, they will be able to remove a bigger part of the tumor.
Yeah.
Because they were seeing what was inside. And so I said, okay, thank you, Jesus. I opened the doors for people, but I wasn't expecting at all the results, you know. So not at all.
Yeah.
So I thought that the fight was over.
Yeah.
But no, it had more.
Wow.
And but I feel that this was a part of the blessing, you know, because people have access here in BC also to this kind of technology, which is amazing. And back in Brazil, we don't have that. Not at all.
Wow.
I really like your perspective and how even in the moments where you're about to have this big surgery, you're thinking about how it can benefit other people. And, you know, I've told this story before, but and it wasn't to the same caliber as yours, but I was also like diagnosed and I was sick. So I know how that feels to like feel like your world is just turning around. And I honestly can't say that I had the same perspective as you.
You're just a kid, maybe your parents.
But honestly, just like seeing how on fire you are just for like knowing that even though your world is not all there, like you know that God is in control and that you know that it will just end up being good. And that you are just thinking about other people, like thinking about how it can benefit other people. I think that is such a beautiful perspective that unfortunately a lot of people don't have. And, you know, there are so many good people out in this world. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't realize how good they are and how much they can do for the world.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to think that even in like the lowest of lows, you were still able to see that, and that that's the smiley girl.
If I guess I got half boat for a few months, and I was wearing like tux and all of that, so people not even realize that I was undergoing a treatment, like a really strong treatment. And also the chemotherapy was something they use, a kind of medicine that they don't have in Brazil. Yeah. So this is why I just say in the beginning, maybe God just brought us here in Canada to, I don't know, to have access to all of that. So, and to open the doors for other people, you know. And like if my life it couldn't be a blessing to other people, what is the purpose? It's just that it's such a selfish mindset to think, oh, I don't know, I want things. I want to, I want to just
it's so
like,
easy
we live in a country, like in a world that it's just about stuff.
Yeah.
It's not about feelings. And the Bible said in I don't know Bible name, the books in English. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
But what is how can I say Apocalypse, Daniel, in English? Revelation.
Hi, Daniel.
And Revelation says that I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the love will get cold. We would not be able to feel the love when it was close to Jesus come. So I feel that we might be in this moment that the Bible say. And I keep looking into my life, and I keep looking into my kids, and I just made this. They say every single day before they leave my place, be kind and spread love. This is why I say to them every single day. You ask Mateo on Saturday.
Okay, I'll ask him
next week. Just ask him. Just say like this, like be, and he's gonna answer kind.
Oh, really?
And spread, he's gonna answer love.
Oh.
This is why I teach them, because what life is about if it's not just being kind with others and spreading love.
Yeah.
What is like? It doesn't. You don't have to be a Christian or anything like that, but this is something that is happening in our world, and some people will be light in the world. So this is it's about you choose that every day.
It's a choice.
Choice is the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a choice, right?
Yeah.
To use like your problems to spread the blessings.
That's amazing.
It could be easier for me to stay stuck at home crying, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think that he gave me that to stay at home crying and miserable. No, he gave me that because he had a plan. And I trust his plans blindly. If he has to take me, that's okay. And sometimes I listen to a pastor he's not from Canada, he's from US. And he say, if you have to take me, Jesus, I will go praising you. And that's all good. And this is like how I think about this disease. If he has to take me, I will go praising him. It's not easy, but yes, I will go praising him, definitely.
That's quite the strength. That's I feel like that's should be our prayer, right? Like regardless what this world, and the thing is like this, the world is going to bring us so much, darkness. But
our life is not here.
Yeah, exactly.
We are not made to live in here. We were made to live with him in heaven. So it's just a mindset and fate, right?
And I love how that when you talk about your story, it translates. I can see how your family has played such a big role in this. I mean, obviously you had a great husband and relationship with your husband and your kids, like you said that there's a reason when Julia came into the picture, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, like, I mean, I'm not a mother or anything like that, so I can't say anything, but I do have like this, I understand a little bit, also being like the oldest sister, like I think about my little brother and all these, and the love I have for my siblings or my family. But I guess like Julia kind of just, she was the answer you didn't realize, because she came at a time where you're like, okay, now I have to stay here. Why am I here? You know what I mean?
Yes, because if it wasn't because of her, I wouldn't be here. I'm super attached to my mother, to my family. I thought many times, like to go back home. Like how could be easier? But before she came, when she came, like everything changed. So yes, she definitely has a part
to play.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Wow.
And then Mateo came. It's also part.
Yeah.
But yes, it's huge. It wasn't it, and she is also like a kind of a miracle because we are not planning to get pregnant. It was like
Yeah.
out of the clue.
Yeah.
And I was married for 5 years, and boom, you're pregnant.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting at all, at all.
Wow.
And so I think she's a gift
Yeah.
from God. Every kid is.
Yeah.
So, but this is how this is her representation in my life.
Yes.
Like, it's
And to see how now she's like looking up at you, you know what I mean? And then she looks at, that's amazing. That little story you just shared was so cute. And I haven't seen your kids, and they're so sweet. I always say hi. And they're so sweet. You can see how the love you have for them then gets translated into them and how they carry their lives even at age 7. You know what I mean? I think that's like the prayer we have for, I think, our parents too, right? Like it goes back to that sacrifice that they made, and I know they're proud of me.
yeah.
And I thank them for everything that they've done too, right? Like, if you don't think about it, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard, especially when there's like a bit of a cultural difference too. Like, parents grew up in a different place. I grew up here. But I think the love of God, I think that's what kind of just grounds us, like a sense of like.
When you were the one who assumed everything from the young, and I don't know, how can I say, youth?
Yeah.
Here at the church?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. You youth.
The gen.
Yeah, next gen. Yes.
I was just thinking, because I was like that back in Brazil at my church, and I was visualizing like my kids doing that stuff here.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I'm so happy that I'm being able to raise them in a church where people like, they just put the sleeves up and just do stuff. Like, the young people here, they're amazing. And this is, it's amazing for a mom to, like, because I remind my times and when I was in your guys' situation. Because I'm, like, your guys younger than me. I'm 37. Not that young. But yes. But even like that, it's like kind of crazy to think that I'm bringing my kids to a church that people they care about each other, and they are available to help each other. And it was hard for me to feel at home in Canada, because I grew up in the same church for my whole life, and I was there until I moved to Canada when I was 29 years old. So it was hard for me to change everything. And today, not just now, but a few years, I have been saying that I feel that I am at home here at CIV, because I'm not judged, and I can bring my friends, my family, and they all love this place. And my kids, they feel at home. And this is amazing for me. And you guys are example also. You guys might not see, but you guys are examples. And for the little ones. And just sleep with it in your mind. With this in your mind. You guys are example too.
No, I think that's the prayer. And that's, as we're starting this back up again, this podcast, and I'm just so grateful for you sitting here. Really, I am. Because this is what makes our church, right? The community and the stories. And when we start talking about the things that make us who we are and the paths that we've gone through, and I think I appreciate the culture that we are also cultivating, that regardless of anything that we've gone through, we still have a purpose here to serve and to come together and worship, because I've seen you worship. And I'm telling you this for the first time, I know, but it's brought me to tears on stage sometimes. And also just seeing your kids right there with you too. And I love that when I'm there leading, but I'm also getting led by you guys too. I look out and I see the love, you guys, and the surrender. And I know it looks different for everyone, but it also drives me to be who I am when I'm singing up on there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and sometimes I take my ears out and I hear everybody singing, and that just, it moves me, because that's who we are as a church, not only here in this building, but as children of God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, like just the stories we have to share with each other. I mean, I wish we could go through each person in the congregation. That'll probably take so long. But just to also step into that place of vulnerability is hard. And I just hearing you in that strength and how you're just like, it's my story. Like there's a reason. Oh man.
For everything.
Yeah.
Even the bad things, they have a reason. And just praise the Lord.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the situation that you are.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it doesn't matter what happened. I will keep praising him.
Wow.
I'm still doing MRIs here, like every 6 months, and seeing my oncologist. It's not like the battle is not gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Pastor Abraham asked me to go and pray and talk about prayer like a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe a month ago. I don't remember. And Psalm 23 was something that was always in my mind. Because even if I walk through the darkest valley, and in Portuguese we say, like, even if we walk through the valley of death,
Mm-hmm.
I will not fear. I will fear no evil. This is what is the one that I know because I researched to speak over there.
Yeah.
I will fear no evil because you are with me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I heard this song my whole life.
Right.
And it never had like the real meaning.
Right. Until you start living it. Yeah.
Until this journey came.
Wow.
So, yes, we have walked through the valley of the dark shadows and all of that. But I didn't fear no evil because he was with me.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this is because something that we keep, like, we learn about stuff, but sometimes we don't feel that.
Yeah.
Right? We don't experience the real thing.
Yeah.
I don't wish anybody to have to experience that. Please, no, not at all. But just made your life. Just look for a purpose to your life, you know, and don't regret about you did. Just do it today, here and now. It's always time to be a good example. It's always time to spread the love. It's always time to smile. It's always time to be kind with others. It's always time to be helpful. You know.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep giving it like books or flyers about the church and about this and that. You do not have. Just live your life fully with Jesus. Yeah. And I ask every single night, just give me opportunities. Just give me opportunities. And because Mauro, he's a little bit shy, you know. He was postponing this. And I said, we cannot postpone that anymore. So you stay with the kids and I go there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love that. Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love the idea too that like the text that we read in the Bible don't become contextual until they are applied to the things that we go through. So like I'm sure Alex is the same because we both grew up in the church. Like I was raised Adventist since I was a kid. So we would do Bible studies and read the Bible all the time. But I feel like when I was younger, we would just read it and that would be it. We read it. That's the end of the day. We don't really understand what's going on, right? But now being older and I'm reading these verses and I'm applying them to things that have happened in my life. Now that life is a little more difficult, it puts those verses into a new light, into a new context, and in a way where the Bible becomes relatable. Because I think growing up, even as a teenager, we would read the Bible and be like, "What is this? Like,
yes, I'm not understanding anything."
Exactly, right? Like, how does this relate to me?
Yeah.
But come down the road, when you're reading them back, and you're thinking about how life is now, they really are. They make sense and they apply. So I really am grateful for my parents for making sure that I was raised in that way. And I don't think I was appreciative of it until maybe recently, honestly. But yeah, with you, like I have no worries. Your kids are gonna, when they grow up, they're gonna talk about you all the time.
I hope so. I don't expect that, but I hope so. Because, I will be there.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about you all the time. Your kids don't.
Yeah, they'll come into next gen and we'll be like, hey, you're mine.
But yeah, I just like, I don't know. I appreciate your perspective so much. And like, it's so, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say it's not a bad thing that it should not be unique. You know what I mean? Like, your story is so special. But I feel like everyone should have your perspective.
This is, was talking to, because school is back, and I was talking to a mother in the park like yesterday, and you should coach something. Because they all know about they help me a lot with Julia and picking up, because the doctors and chemo and all of that, I was always in the hospital, and they were being so helpful, so supportive, and they are not even Christians.
Wow.
And but and she wasn't the first one telling me that, like, we should write a book. I heard many stories like that. I just say, I'm not gonna do anything else like right now, but just keep my story and just keep the things that I just, because they asked me, and I just say it, and just spread to the world, like, just change your life and just try to teach your kids how to deal with problems. And it's not about being famous or anything like that. It's just being like, just think about Jesus, you know. And I say that to them because I'm a Christian. And then when they say, "Oh, you're so strong," and I say, "This is not coming from me. This is 100% the mercy of God, because this is not come from me. I am a human, and He's the one responsible for all of that. So just thank Him."
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, no, as we close here, we always like to ask the question, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would you say?
Hold on, don't give up. If you think that is hard, now I have no idea. But yeah, just hold on. Don't give up. Don't leave Jesus. Never.
Wow.
Just stay with Him.
That's power. Yeah.
And then everything will be okay. It might not look like it will be, but in the end it will be, because we are not made to this world. We are made to live with Jesus in heaven. Yeah, this is what I would say to myself.
Yeah,
a young Natalia.
That's so sweet.
Well, thank you so much for coming again.
Thank you, guys.
I think in every single episode we have, me and Alex are always thinking about how we, in that moment, like, it's just something that we both really needed. So I don't think even we knew how much we needed this conversation. So thank you so much for
no worries, every time. And I hope that we can use this podcast.
Oh no, I'm excited
to spread the message. You know, just be thankful. The only thing that we have is today, here, and now.
Yes.
Today, here,
just
now. Yeah.
do the Bible that some people will never read. Sometimes you don't have to say the word, like you don't have to say God or Jesus or Christian, anything like that. Just live truly your faith. People will see something different in you. And just, that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm very happy.
Thank you.
Well,
and keep praying for me, please.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
The battle is not finished.
Not over
Yes.
yet. Yeah. Well, if you were still listening, thank you for being here. We are gonna get right on to our regular schedule here, posting every second Wednesday. So come back if you need to listen to more stories. If, again, you know anybody who you think would be a great fit for this podcast, please reach out. We love sitting on this couch and talking to our fellow congregation. And if you're looking for more content, you can go back and watch the other seasons from the new episode, the other episodes from the last season. But welcome to the new season. We're glad you're here. And like we always say, don't forget to love God.
Love people.
Serve the world.
All right. See
Bye,
you
guys.
guys.